In the peaceful little town of Maplewood, Ohio, lived a 15-year-old boy named Ethan Miller. Ethan was bright, sharp, and full of creativity, but he carried one heavy struggle everywhere he went. He simply couldn't focus. His teachers said he was talented, his parents knew he was capable, and even Ethan believed he had something special inside him. But the moment he sat down to study, his mind drifted like a balloon cut loose in the sky. One minute he would open his book, and the next, he'd find himself scrolling through apps, watching random videos, or thinking about hanging out with friends. His attention jumped from one thing to another, so fast that he often felt exhausted without accomplishing anything meaningful. His father, Mr. Miller, often gave him advice. "Ethan, your mind is like a fast car," he would say. "If you don't learn to steer it, you'll crash before reaching your destination." But Ethan never truly absorbed the message. To him, discipline sounded difficult, boring, and nearly impossible. His room was filled with unfinished projects, half-written essays, abandoned drawings, incomplete science experiments. He dreamed big, but action was always small. One day, his father took him to meet an old, respected mentor named Mr. Anderson, a retired educator known in Maplewood for helping teens tap into their hidden potential. Mr. Anderson listened to Ethan's problems silently, then handed him a small cup filled to the top with water. "Walk across my backyard," he said, "but don't spill even a single drop." Ethan smirked. It looked easy. But as he walked, dogs barked, kids played nearby, and cars drove by on the street. Every sound grabbed his attention, and every distraction made the water tremble. By the time he came back, half the cup was empty. Mr. Anderson looked at him kindly. "You didn't fail because the task was hard," he said. "You failed because your mind chased everything except the direction you were supposed to go." For the first time, the message hit Ethan deeply. Little did Ethan know, this single lesson would soon reshape the entire path of his life. From the next morning, Ethan made a promise to himself. Even if progress was slow, he would train his mind just like athletes train their bodies. He began with small, manageable steps. He woke up at the same time every day, something he had never consistently done before. He started using a study timer, limiting phone usage, and placing distractions out of reach whenever he worked. In the beginning, it felt almost impossible. His thoughts still wandered, his hands still twitched toward his phone, and his mind still drifted every few minutes. But each time he got distracted, he gently pulled himself back to the task, remembering the cup of water and the importance of holding his focus steady. He also added a 5-minute morning meditation routine. At first, he thought it was silly. Sitting still felt like torture. But over weeks, his mind started becoming quieter, clearer, and more controlled. Soon, Ethan noticed small changes. He completed homework faster, remembered details better, and actually enjoyed learning again. His teachers saw a noticeable improvement. His parents were amazed at the transformation. As months passed, Ethan's confidence grew. He felt stronger from the inside because he finally realized something powerful. Talent might open the door, but discipline is what keeps you inside the room. His grades climbed, his mind sharpened, and he began finishing everything he started. Almost a year later, a national-level academic challenge was announced, the American Young Innovators Competition, a tough test of logic, speed, and problem-solving. Ethan entered with excitement and courage. On the day of the event, many students panicked under pressure, but Ethan stayed calm. He approached every question the same way he approached his meditation: slow breathing, steady focus, one step at a time. But Ethan had no idea that what happened next would surprise not just him, but the entire competition hall. When the results were announced, a wave of disbelief filled the auditorium. Ethan Miller, once the boy who couldn't concentrate for more than a few minutes, had won first place in the entire competition. Students applauded, teachers shook his hand, and Mr. Anderson smiled with quiet pride. But the biggest celebration came from Ethan's own heart. He finally understood that the strongest power a person can have is not luck, not talent, not intelligence. It is the ability to control their own mind. With focus, he realized, even mountains become climbable. After returning home, people in Maplewood began calling him the boy who mastered his mind. Younger kids started asking him for study tips. Teachers used his story as an example, but Ethan remained humble. He knew the journey wasn't about becoming better than others. It was about becoming better than the person he used to be. He kept his routines strong, continued meditating, and stayed committed to discipline. His entire identity changed from someone who was easily distracted to someone who could achieve anything with clarity and determination. So, if you're listening to this story right now, from somewhere in the US, whether you're a student, an employee, an entrepreneur, or someone trying to find direction, remember Ethan's journey. Focus is not something you're born with. It's something you train, shape, and build day by day. And once you master it, life opens doors you didn't even know existed. And your story, it can begin the moment you decide to take control of your mind, starting today.